Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. In this session, we'll be discussing from the 20th verse of the 7th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Athopasprushya salilam sandadhetat samahitaha ajanan api samharam pranakritra upasthite. The meaning of this verse, as translated by Srila Prabhupada: since his life was in danger, he touched water in sanctity and concentrated upon the chanting of the hymns for throwing nuclear weapons, although he did not know how to withdraw such weapons. So the description is that Ashwatthama, when he realized his life was in danger, after he had beheaded the 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi, and he wanted to please his master Duryodhana, and Duryodhana was not at all pleased with this act of Ashwatthama. And Arjuna, when he learned from Draupadi that Ashwatthama has killed her sons, 5 sleeping sons, then Arjuna vowed to punish this Ashwatthama. So Arjuna started chasing Ashwatthama. And Ashwatthama was trying to escape, but his horse became tired on the horseback. His horse became tired, and he realized he can't go any further. And Arjuna is chasing on a chariot, and Arjuna is accompanied by Krishna, who was acting as the Sarathi, the chariot driver of Arjuna. This towards the end of the battle of Kurukshetra. So this verse describes that this Ashwatthama, since his life was in danger, he decided to use the ultimate weapon, the Brahmastra, to protect himself. And he did not have complete knowledge of using this Brahmastra weapon. He knew how to release this weapon, but he did not know how to withdraw it. So he didn't have complete knowledge. And it is like a nuclear weapon. Srila Prabhupada explains this Brahmastra is like a nuclear weapon. It has got tremendous amount of radiation that is generated. And what is the kind of power of this Brahmastra? It can destroy a whole universe. That is the kind of power this Brahmastra has. Of course, this Brahmastra is a weapon that is released by chanting mantra. This science is unknown in the modern times. This science of utilizing a particular sound to generate an effect. So, how did he release this weapon, this Ashwatthama? He touched water in sanctity. The Sanskrit says that upasprushya salilam. Salilam means water. He touched water And how did he do it? He did it in sanctity. So there is a certain procedure for using this weapon, which is a mantra weapon. So chanting the mantra requires that one has to purify oneself by touching water and then chanting that mantra. Now the chanting is not simply some casual vibration of the tongue. No, it is the technique of chanting this mantra by a qualified chanter. Now this is a science that is not known in modern times, but it is there, even now it's there, and it was certainly used in the times of the battle of Mahabharata, battle of Kurukshetra, 5,000 years back. It is described in the Ramayana, it is described in the Mahabharata, it is described in the Puranas, how to use mantra weapons. Different kinds of mantra weapons were used in those times. And they used to learn how to use it from the expert. You can learn this from the expert, provided you follow the instructions. So this Ashwathama, Sandade tat samahitaha, he chanted the hymns. Sandade means he chanted the hymns, and after being in concentration, samahitaha means he was fully concentrating his mind on chanting this mantra. It is a technique of chanting by concentrating the mind on the sound vibration. But here it's also said, Ajanan api samharam. He did not know how to withdraw this. Samharam means to withdraw. He did not know how to withdraw this weapon. But still, he decided to use this weapon to save himself. And the reason is prana krichre upasthite, when his life was in danger. Prana krichre means his life was in danger. And in such a situation, he decided, even though he did not know the complete usage of this mantra weapon, he did not know completely how to use it, because he was able to release it but not withdraw. So formally, they even knew how to withdraw the weapon after its particular use. Let's say the weapon has to strike one particular target, and then after it has destroyed a particular target, then withdraw the weapon. So that is the complete usage, a proper usage of that weapon. But this Ashwathama did not know how to withdraw. Even if he, let us say, was trying to use it against Arjuna, he should have known how to release it. The weapon, the Brahmastra, strikes Arjuna and comes back. But he did not know how to withdraw. So the damage it will do will be much, 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 much more than the intended purpose. But still, this Ashwathama was not really a principled person. He was unscrupulous. So he was, because his life was in danger, somehow saved himself. Now, and without even really being bothered about the destruction this can do. So we'll see in the later verses what all happens. Now Srila Prabhupada explains the subtle forms in the purport. The subtle forms of material activities are finer than grosser methods of material manipulation. Right now, in modern times, we only know gross method of using matter. Just like fire weapons, they are fired from a missile or from a gun, and then the ammunition is striking a target, and it is mainly the manipulation of the element called fire weapons. Formerly, they used to have water weapons. They used to have wind weapons. So that is unknown in modern times. They don't have any water weapons or wind weapons, because a fire weapon can be counteracted by a water weapon. So that is unknown in modern times. Now there is something beyond even this gross usage of fire weapons or water weapons or wind weapons. That is, Prabhupada explains, subtle forms of material activities are effected through purification of sound. Just by chanting the mantra. Mantra means the power of sound. But it is chanted by using a particular technique. Prabhupada calls it here purification of sound. Just like we are engaged in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. This Hare Krishna mantra is a spiritual sound vibration. It's not even a subtle sound. It is a spiritual sound. Now, spiritual sound is beyond gross and subtle matter. It is beyond gross and subtle matter. But here, what is being talked of as the use of Brahmastra is a subtle sound vibration utilized to generate this astra, this weapon, release this weapon. And there is a technique of using another mantra for withdrawing it. That mantra this Ashwatthama did not know. So, Prabhupada tells, if the power of subtle sound is so much that it can be used to generate a Brahmastra, which is equivalent of a nuclear weapon, it is capable of massive destruction. It has got so much destructive power. So then we can hardly imagine what is the power of the spiritual sound vibration of properly chanting Hare Krishna. If you learn to chant Hare Krishna from Srila Prabhupada, who is the expert spiritual master. So Prabhupada says to chant Hare Krishna effectively, we should learn how to chant offenselessly. We should chant the Hare Krishna mantra, avoiding the 10 kinds of offenses, Dashavida Aparadha, we have to avoid. So we have to learn, we have to practice, we have to learn and practice how to chant Hare Krishna. Because you chant Hare Krishna purely, it has the power to nullify all the sinful reactions of your millions of lifetimes. That is the power of chanting Hare Krishna. And that's not the complete power. I'm just telling you one effect of purely chanting Hare Krishna. One effect. What is that? It can nullify millions of lifetimes of sinful reactions that a person might have committed. It doesn't matter how much sinful reactions the person has got. everything, all sinful reactions 100% nullified just by once chanting purely. But the real benefit of chanting Hare Krishna is not just nullifying the sinful reactions. It is actually able to give us Krishna Prema, the highest perfection of spiritual life itself. It awakens our Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prema, and we are able to establish our loving relationship with Krishna. So that is the real ultimate benefit of chanting Hare Krishna purely. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.